Motivation plays a pivotal role in the day-to-day activities of our lives. Whether it is to get up from our bed to begin the day or to go to work and engage in new activities. Whether we realize it or not, it is motivation at our core being that drives us to complete whatever tasks that life summons us to do. Motivation is key to living a fulfilling and productive life. Life would become meaningless and stagnant if not for motivation. Just try thinking how life would be without motivation. Important tasks that need our immediate intervention would be left idle. We would be struggling to achieve a balance in our life as we juggle between our career and home life. Essentially, we will not be able to make the most out of every single day if it is not for the momentum created by motivation. This video will help you understand the theories of motivation and gives you a sense of knowledge and understanding of how motivation works in our daily lives.
The word motivation is a common cliché in the business world, but its application stems out from our individual needs. It is the surrounding situation that moves us to take a series of steps that prompts, guides, and sustains behaviors, which are geared towards achieving an objective. A person may be motivated to drink some water if he or she feels thirsty. Likewise, the desire to gain knowledge and understanding of a topic may lead one to read a book. Motivation arises because of biological, emotional, social, and cognitive forces that stimulate behaviors. Most ordinary people associate the word motivation to the person who takes the initiative to do something. In essence, motivation is the driving momentum behind human actions or activities. We must go beyond the aspects that trigger specific goal-oriented behaviors. This means we need to also understand those factors that direct and maintain these actions. Such behaviors can only be understood if the person's actions are observed within the context of their goal-oriented momentum to complete a task. Theoretically, psychologists have grouped motivation into three categories. These are drive theory, instinct theory, and humanistic theory, which Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory is famous for. However, motivation cannot be simply categorized within the boundaries of specific theories, as there are a vast number of forces that determine our motivation. In their quest to study motivation, psychologists have formulated several types of theories to explain human behavior. The instinct theory proposes that our behaviors are motivated by instincts which are already a trait that is inborn among all human beings. Psychologists believe that instincts are important for our long-term survival. Such instincts may include fear, cleanliness, and love. Human behaviors, such as eating, drinking, and sleeping, are to fulfill our biological needs. To fulfill these needs, we are motivated to eat, drink, and sleep. Drive theory therefore suggests that humans are driven by basic biological drives and that behaviors are motivated to satisfy these drives. The arousal theory of motivation suggests that humans are motivated to participate in behaviors that help them maintain an optimum level of arousal. If you have low arousal needs, then you will seek relaxing activities such as reading a book or watching a movie on your TV. However, if you have high arousal needs, then you might be motivated to undertake thrill-seeking and exciting behaviors such as rock climbing. Having set a goal to run a marathon is no guarantee that you will do so, let alone finish the marathon. A mere desire to run the marathon is not good enough. To achieve the goal of completing the marathon requires you to persist and overcome obstacles and the willingness to continue despite all the difficulties and obstacles that you may face as you prepare to achieve your goal to complete the marathon. Psychologists have identified 3 components of motivation, namely activation, persistence, and intensity. Activation is the first step towards achieving your goal. When you sign up for a marathon race or any other activity, you have therefore started the momentum. Persistence comes about when you prepare yourself for the marathon, like exercise, daily jogging, diet, and more exercises to keep you fit prior to the marathon day. Obstacles are bound to put a brake onto your efforts. All these activities require significant investment of resources, time, and money. Sacrifices need to be made along the way as you stick to your goal. Intensity is the concentration and vigor that you put into achieving your goal. Your friend may put minimum effort in preparing for the marathon, but you may have a completely different approach to achieving your goal. You may follow a strict diet, sleep well, and have a regular exercise routine. In this instance, you have a greater intensity than your friend in pursuing your goal. Why do we need to understand the theory behind motivation? This is because motivation is the starting point in understanding human behavior. An understanding of motivation can help us in several ways: help you to become more efficient as you work towards achieving your goals, help you to take action, encourage you to adopt healthier lifestyle behaviors, help you to avoid unhealthy behaviors such as risk-taking or addiction, give you a sense of control of your own life, and help you become much more happier and be in control of your general well-being. There are certain things that you must keep your eyes on, which if ignored might affect your motivation. These can be summarized as follows. You feel that a particular goal must be accomplished quickly. It is easy to become demotivated if something cannot be done quickly or spontaneously. Keep reminding yourself that achieving a goal takes time. You have a perception that what worked for others might work for you too. What worked for others might not necessarily be so for you. Despite following the exact steps of another successful person, failure to reach your goals should prompt you to look for other ways that can help you remain focused and motivated. If you continue to feel down and have symptoms of apathy with low mood for a period longer than 2 weeks, then it is time to seek medical help. Prolonged periods of demotivation might be a sign for a mental condition such as depression. Seeking a doctor's help would be the most sensible thing to do. No human can claim that they have a consistent motivation and that they are always full of vigor and enthusiasm. We all experience ups and downs, and there are times when our willpower seems to wither. You may experience a sudden lack of gusto and may feel listless and begin to wonder whether it is possible to achieve your goals. Feeling lost or low on motivation is not the end of the world. The following steps will help you gain back your momentum and keep you on track. Tip number 1. Fine-tune your goals by focusing on those activities that matter most to you. Tip number 2. Tasks that are too big can be overbearing. In this case, it pays to break them up into smaller steps and realigning your sights by completing the smaller tasks first. Tip number 3. Boost your confidence level. Tip number 4. Reflect on your past achievements and identify your strengths, which help you achieve those successes. And finally, tip number 5. Take appropriate steps to overcome your weaknesses, which may have caused you to feel inadequate towards achieving your goal. This could be related to improving your skill and knowledge about a particular field, which if ignored may hamper your progress and dampen your goals.